Here is our story of the day. This book is called Otis, and it is written and illustrated by Lauren Long. As you're looking at the cover, wonder what you think or who you think this book is going to be about. I wonder which one is Otis, the tractor or the calf? Let's take a look. Otis. Otis. There once was a friendly little tractor. His name was Otis, and every day Otis and his farmer worked together taking care of the farm they called home. Otis liked to work. But after working hard all day, Otis was ready to unwind and play. He would ride the rolling hills and skirt Mud Pond down by the corn. He would leapfrog bales of hay and explode through the haystacks. On occasion, he would chase a rabbit or play Ring Around the Rosie with the ducks to the sound of a steady put, puff, puffity chuff. And sometimes at the end of the day, he would just sit under the apple tree and watch the farm below. Every night, tired but happy, Otis would puff into the little stall in the barn that was all his. One night, when Otis was fast asleep, the farmer brought a beautiful baby calf into the barn. The calf bawled and bawled for her mother, but when the sleepy sound of the soft put, puff, puppity chuff came from the next stall, the scared little calf stopped bawling and drifted off to sleep. From that day on, the calf started following the little tractor wherever he went. Put, puff, puffity chuff. She followed him over the rolling hills and down by Mud Pond. She was behind him, leapfrogging bales of hay. And the calf made their game of Ring Around the Rosie all the better. Look at how he goes around and around. Sometimes, at the end of the day, the two of them would just sit together under the apple tree and watch the farm below. Otis loved his little calf, and the little calf loved Otis. Then, one day, the farmer surprised everyone with a brand new yellow tractor. "Time to move out, Otis," the farmer said. He took Otis out of the little stall in the barn that was all his and parked him back behind the barn. Then he backed the big yellow tractor into the stall next to the little calf. Ooh, how do you think that yellow tractor looks? And look at poor Otis. How does he look? How do you think he's feeling? And what about the ducks? I see their mouths are open. Do you think they're being quiet or loud with the new tractor? Let's see. But the little calf did not like the big yellow tractor. He had a deep rumbling snore that shook the stall when he slept. There was no one to purr the little calf gently to sleep, no one to spend her days with. And Otis could not even see his farm as the weeds began to cover his tires. His friend often sat with him, but she could not get him to play like the old days. Oh my goodness, look at poor Otis. It was early summer when the farmer discovered a poster. "Who has the prettiest calf in the land? Judges will decide at the county fair and award a fancy blue ribbon to the winner." The farmer knew the answer. He would show the little calf. But on the morning of the fair, the little calf was nowhere to be found. She had wandered down to Mud Pond by the cornfield to cool off. When she waded into the muddy water, her feet sank. With every step, she sank deeper and deeper and deeper. The little calf was stuck in Mud Pond. Oh my goodness. Get the hands, the farmer shouted when he saw her. All the farmhands came running with their ropes, but the more they tugged, the more stuck the calf got. Get the big yellow tractor, the farmer shouted. He can save her. But the big tractor just scared the little calf, and she sank in deeper and deeper. Nearby farmers began to gather. Then call Fire Chief Douglas and the fire truck, the farmer shouted. They can save our little calf. But the sight of the big red fire truck startled the little calf even deeper. The farmer was fit to be tied. If the farmhands and the big tractor and even Fire Chief Douglas and his fire truck couldn't save the little calf, who could? Do you guys have an idea? Who do you think could save his friend? Let's find out. Oh, look at. Suddenly, the little calf's ears perked up. Over the hum of the growing crowd, there came a faint sound in the distance. A soft, rhythmic purr, put, puff, puffity chuff. The crowd turned and looked. Purr, put, puff, puffity chuff. The sound became louder. Put, puff, puffity chuff. And all at once, Otis puffed from around the barn. He turned and headed straight towards Mud Pond. Otis puffed down the rolling hill and pulled up right next to the muddy water's edge. The calf heard her friend's puttering purr and bawled. It was something like a hello. Then, to the sound of his gentle chuff and the amazement of all the people in the crowd, Otis slowly began to circle the pond. There he goes, just like Ring Around the Rosie. He circled and he circled, and the little calf turned and turned, never taking her eyes off of her friend. So she's moving. Look what happens. With each ring Otis made around Mud Pond, the muddy grip loosened until the calf was able to stumble out of the pond on her own. The two friends had found each other again. Look at how Otis looks now. Otis led the calf right down the dusty road to the village, and everyone threw flowers as they went, following them into town. It looked like a happy parade. No one needed a fancy blue ribbon to tell them that the calf was a special calf. Otis was a special tractor, and the two of them were special friends. From that day on, the farmer discovered that with Otis's puttering purr next to the chicken coop, his chickens laid more eggs. At milking time, with Otis's gentle chuff nearby, his cows produced more milk. And on occasion, Otis even got to join the farmer and the big yellow tractor out in the fields. But often, at the end of the day, Otis would just sit with his friend under the apple tree and watch the farm below. The end.